You also do have one or two major warnings for India. We are, for example, a major center for software and business outsourcing. AI could replace that, right? Business
I think,
outsourcing, software.
yeah,
Sorry.
almost certainly the business of IT services in 5 years will mostly decline rapidly. The business of BPO or business process outsourcing will decline rapidly. That's already happening. Customer support calls, that's declining so rapidly. So those are going away. But India has one advantage. It has the population that is a fairly large amount of educated people, as Indians have established worldwide. Indian engineers are dominant, our technologists are dominant in Silicon Valley. We can take that to provide AI services to the rest of the world that's not as well equipped. And I think if I were doing policy on that side, on the side of developing businesses, that's what I would focus on.
Focus on
Not
AI exports
it's AI services exports instead of BPO services
instead of
exports or
BPO.
IT
So
services
it's a
export.
huge transformation you're talking about. Instead of BPO, we're becoming an AI exporter. And we have the
Yes.
ability, but we have to focus on it, right?
So we just invested in we invested in Sarvam because I always thought India should have a sovereign AI model that's in India. So we are invested in Sarvam, which is building AI in India for India and very focused on the 12 or 13 regional scripts, which don't have enough data for the Western models to really be good at. So that's one example. We just invested in a software development company in India called Emergent. They've taken 7 months to go from almost nothing to a $50 million run rate. 7 months. It's a stunning set of entrepreneurs called Emergent out of India. So I do think there's opportunities, there are dangers, and that's where the importance of politics and policy become very, very important. If we don't take care of the voters at the bottom, they will reject an AI. They will elect people who oppose AI as opposed to people who support AI. One of the dangers to keep in mind is China is very committed. Their last 5-year plan had leadership in AI as a national plan goal.
Yes, and they've done so
Right?
well. They've done so well, and India could be doing well. We have the ability.
India can do that. India has politics. China doesn't have politics.
Right.
Right?
Exactly.
China
To
is
put it,
mostly run by engineers at the upper strata of policy and government, and they can enforce in a way it's hard to enforce things in India. Democracies have that disadvantage, but I'm hoping the current government will take an aggressive stance on that, on both keeping up with China, but also bringing these services to the Indian people. I had a
that's the key.
conversation with, one world leader of a country, and he said, well, he's not going to adopt AI in the country because they want to avoid job losses. Well, that's a very dumb approach because they
Yours is
avoid
exactly
all
the
the
opposite.
benefits. Yes.
Why I'm so excited about your vision is that it's not job losses. It creates a much better welfare state. Plus, two, if you focus, you can change the job losses and
Yeah.
have AI exports.
I do believe one good thing. AI will be a big equalizer between the poorest and least educated and the most educated and most well off. And the reason is because everybody will have the same intelligence in the AI, the same education in the AI. So, in fact, a farm worker will have access to expertise of an oncologist because they are both using the same AI. So
Yeah,
it will be a
amazing.
great equalizer if we can get the right policies in place.
Because otherwise, the richer or the middle class get the better doctors, the poor get the
Yeah.
uh,
Look,
sham doctors. But here, it's like equal,
every
equal for
well-off
everybody.
Indian is hiring personal tutors for their kids.
Yeah,
The poor people can't afford to hire a personal tutor, so there's a natural advantage for everybody who's well off. When the AI tutor is cheap, maybe even free from a UPI like service or Aadhaar service, then the poor person has a better tutor than the human tutor the rich people can hire. And
that's
their
fantastic.
children don't have this huge disadvantage because that comes from being wealthy.